Hey everybody, this is LawyerGal, your US and Canadian immigration lawyer, bringing you the most up-to-date information on US and Canadian immigration law. So every week I try to bring you some updates with regards to US immigration and as well as Canadian immigration, because as you know, right now immigration laws are very fluid and everything is changing daily or if not weekly. So just last week on June 18th, the US Supreme Court rejected the Trump administration's attempt to shut down the DACA program.
I'm here today to announce that the program known as DACA that was effectuated under the Obama administration is being rescinded.
DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. Now, what this program does is protect undocumented immigrants that were brought into the U.S. as children, so they are able to stay in the country legally and be able to live, work, go to school.
Then provided legal status by the Obama administration, are now protected from deportation and allowed to work in the U.S. legally.
A little bit of history on DACA. It was created and implemented back in 2012 by President Barack Obama, and it was to protect qualified young immigrants who came to the U.S. illegally with their parents, and they were known as dreamers. So they were able to stay without fear of deportation and remain safe in the U.S. And many of them are still working and studying and living in the U.S. comfortably and also legally. Now, they stay on a renewable 2-year permit. There are approximately 700,000 to 800,000 dreamers in the U.S. Since the onset, President Trump has made declarations that he intends to change immigration completely in the U.S. It's not just a change that he wants to do, but an eradication of most immigration programs. So in light of this, on September 5th, 2017, President Trump announced that he would end DACA with a deadline of October 5th, 2017 for all the dreamers to submit status renewals. Now, if they did not do that, their DACA status would end as of March 2018. Trump may refile this application again, that he has the authority to do that. In fact, it was a 5-4 majority ruling in the Supreme Court. Justice Roberts, who is typically Republican, joined the 4 other liberal justices to reach this decision. Justice Clarence Thomas dissented and said that DACA was illegal from the start, so from the beginning when it was implemented in 2012. So although it's plausible to think that the Supreme Court decision is a legal defeat for President Trump, it's far from that. Because as the President of the United States, he has the legal authority to end DACA. And the court simply declared that his failure to end DACA was done incorrectly, not that he could not do it. So it's just a temporary measure and it can be changed at any time. So it's just like a Band-Aid over a wound that can be ripped off at any moment. One of the supporters of this to end DACA is quite alarming. It's the USCIS Deputy Director for Policy, Joseph Edlow, who commented right after the ruling on June 19th that the court opinion had no basis in law and it merely delays the president's lawful ability to end the illegal DACA amnesty program. So his comment was, was quite biased, unprofessional, and also inflammatory, because he's not really providing an impartial reaction for somebody who is actually part of the USCIS. So what are the reasons why this didn't pass? Well, as I mentioned previously, it has to do with the way that it was done. So Trump's execution and delivery to end the program were technically incorrect. Second of all, they failed to provide adequate justification for why they want to end DACA. Despite Trump's defeat with this ruling, the Supreme Court provided Trump a roadmap for legal strategy so it can be correctly refiled. And we know Trump is going to refile. Actually, after the ruling, he tweeted and he actually said, "Do you get the impression that the Supreme Court doesn't like me?" So this follows again his attitude that many, if somebody doesn't like him, they're going to post fake news, they're going to ruin his reputation, and try everything to make him sound incredible. Then in Tulsa, at his rally in Oklahoma, he told the crowd that he actually won DACA. So despite that ruling, he said he won. He is just going to come back and redo it. And he even said the ruling by the court was just a means to say, oh, your paperwork wasn't done properly, but you are welcome to come back and refile. So the statements that he made at the rally were an assurance to his base that he's going to continue to try to end DACA and remove all undocumented immigrants from the country. So what is the impact of the Supreme Court decision on DACA filings? Well, at this time, USCIS has not published anything regarding processing of all the applications that were suspended under the prior court orders. What we do know is that USCIS will continue to accept DACA renewal applications from anyone who had previously had DACA. As far as accepting first-time DACA applications, that we have not been provided with any information as of yet. And especially since we don't know when the Trump administration will be taking action to try to limit these options and try to stop them. In any event, if you want to apply for DACA for the first time or you want to renew your DACA, it is in your best interest to speak to an immigration attorney before you attempt any of these services. In the next few weeks, please check back to see if we have any more guidance, because we will publish this and we will come out with additional information. I hope you found the content of this video helpful and all your questions were answered. If you have any other questions or concerns, please comment below or send me an email. My email is provided in the description below. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and have that notification turned on so you get alerts as soon as I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. Till next time, see ya.